Hello, YouTube. Welcome into another part 0 for our One More Marathon. I'm the Game Mechanic, and today we're talking about Kublai Khan, China version of Kublai Khan. A very interesting new addition, a late addition in terms of Civ leaders, and one of the split leaders. He can both represent China and Mongolia. Very interesting and different play paths with each. This is the more economic version of him. Gergi? One extra economic policy slot in extra government in any government. That's so good. That is so good. It's not as good as Gorgo's wildcard, because wildcards be wildcards, and this is economic. But economic slots are so amazing. They're so good, and you get a free one, which is fantastic. You can run production and God King early on. It has a weird like late early game sort of implication, because it doesn't, like, there aren't that many great policies until you start getting your districts online, or you're building wonders or builder cards, or all sorts of things like that. But as the game goes on, this gets better and better and better. It just hands down an amazing way to start any Civ. From there, we get a random scientific and cultural eureka when establishing a trading post in another civilization for the first time. So this only works with proper civilizations, and thus will scale with map size. The bigger the map, the more of these you can get. Free eurekas are nice. They're better later on in the game, so you kind of want to save perhaps some of this value for later in the game. Like sometimes you meet people and want to send them trade routes right away. But if you kind of save your first time trading post till the late game, you potentially get more science and or culture out of this. So pretty interesting. Dynastic cycle gives us an extra 10% to all of our eurekas, which is really strong. Believe it or not, this is actually very strong, especially if you're good at managing eurekas. It's one of those that's hard to quantify because you don't necessarily see it in big shiny numbers, but this is very good. And can help you accelerate a space race or culture victory, or whatever you choose to do with the Civ. I think all paths are frankly viable. And then you get extra, you get the double eureka for wonder completion as well. Whatever era you're building a wonder from, you can get some extra eurekas that way. So late game wonder spam again gets really spicy in terms of like a space race and things like that. So a pretty unique combination of atypical economy, but I think it works out to be pretty powerful. Crouching Tiger is a medieval era crossbow replacement. This only has a range of 1, but has high combat strength. Very good on defense. The 1 range is always has felt so limiting to me. Machine guns used to only have 1 range, and it's, you almost never upgraded into them because of it. A lot of the value of ranged units is that they are ranged, but this is a powerful unit and pairs well with like, zombie mode or just defense in general. You can certainly use them offensively with a general, as war strats do go. But you'll probably get a few of these. Crossbows are kind of the meta, as it were. Like you will use this as barb defense and just general combat strength and stuff like that. So it's a fine unit. Not my favorite, but it's fine. Great Wall is a unique tile improvement. Gives you gold, combat defense, extra gold if adjacent to other segments, culture and tourism once you're at castles. And has to be built along a line. You cannot triple these up. They have to be in a sort of segment. And it's pretty good. Like it's a huge source of gold and culture. Anytime you have a cultural tile improvement that can give you tourism, that lends well to culture victories. And just spamming out a bunch of these and hit flight. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't know. The combat strength doesn't often come into play. Maybe in like a multiplayer situation, it would a little bit better. Again, barb mode, or not barb mode, but zombie mode comes to mind, as well as barb mode in terms of defense. But this is a tile improvement that's grown on me over the years. I'm actually a big fan. So overall, a pretty cool kit from Kublai Khan China. Wonder spam, it's kind of a do whatever you want Civ. Build into whatever you want. I think space race, again, like looking for excuses to go into space and refine that for me is kind of fun. But again, I think you can kind of go any route you like. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the videos and stop by twitch.tv/thegamemechanic and join us live in person on the internet. See you then.